hopefully. Light's base is actually very vulnerable. His spore colony only has 96 health in his main base. Light's going to have to start massing up on Scourges, and that's going to do very little harassment on the actual buildings that Meth has. It's not very diverse.
Oh, and here's a little battle going on. Scourge going off. One Mutalisk goes down, and both players pull back. And the Zerglings look like they're starting to head out. Oh, it looks like... Oh, I don't think Light saw those Zerglings heading down there. Oh, it looks like this expansion's gonna go down. Oh, and here we see it looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a sneak attack. We see Scourge now out from Meth, chasing down those other Scourge. Zerglings waiting outside, and here come in the Mutalisks. If you look, oh, Zergling's coming in. Oh, they're gonna do a run by. Run by. Well,
and the Zerglings run straight by the defense.
I think we're gonna see that spore colony go down, and it's down. Now you're just gonna see the drones get picked apart. Oh, well, I guess those mutas took out all the lings before they could do any real actual damage, but they did damage that spore colony, and that will contribute to a bit of attack difference if Meth does choose to attack.
Meth knows that he's at an advantage now. He has a much better unit count than Light does. Even though Light has a good amount of Mutalisk and Scourge, I think his overall technology and everything is just way far behind.
And you see here coming the mutas in the back. Oh, they're just gonna tear those drones apart.
Now we have a counterattack at the expansion by Meth.
It looks like Meth is just gonna go in and take out as many overlords now as he can. Or look, now it looks like he's going. Yeah, he is going that mineral line to arrest. And you see Light being forced to bring back all his Mutalisks to defend.
Now Meth has to be careful because he's been losing a lot of Mutalisks on his harassment to spore colonies. Light hasn't been losing much, but Light has a lot more Mutalisks now that the harassment's over.
And for those of you that are wondering how players do stack their Mutalisks, as you see how Meth's Mutalisks are stacked here, what you do is you control group them with a larva or an overlord, and then designate them to an area, and they will cluster up like that. And when they're clustered together like that, they'll do more damage in more efficient time. He's probably got, well, judging from that, he's probably got at least one control group of mutas in there. Whereas you see here, Light just clustered all his together. And it looks like he's probably got, probably two control groups, maybe. But you see Meth is starting to throw down his spore colonies here, and it looks like Light's going to move in for a little bit of an attack on the middle line. He's going to... Oh, and then he's warded off by spore colonies. Both players now doing pretty much a mirror matchup.
I'm actually curious. Meth should know that after all that harassment, Light's going to have to be pumping drones to get back into the game economically. Without the drone count, Light pretty much has to produce only drones for quite a long time. But meanwhile, Meth didn't do any kind of harassment or pressure to kind of force Light to make more units.
And here, yeah, but you look, both players have just huge amounts of Mutalisks. And it looks like Meth's just going to run a little circling around here at the bottom. Probably make sure he's not being no hidden expansions. And here you see just a couple of Zerglings running in for the slaughter. That looks like Light's going to pull back for a few. Both players not playing very aggressive at this point. They both look like they're just going to play their 2-hatch muta and just looks like it's going to be whoever has the better muta micro or has more muta. But look at the amount of
Meth has 3 hatcheries, and he's slowly getting a wider and wider margin between him and Light. He has an 88 population, whereas Light has a 69 population, and that's already a bigger gap than what it was before. So I have a feeling Meth is trying to stay in his base to try to get more and more ahead and try to play it safe, whereas Light is trying to stay in his base and basically survive.
And Meth is going to have that expansion outside his main base for a little bit longer too than if you look in the late game. That Light will have to expand probably further ahead down. But it looks like Meth is going to have to take another expansion because his main base is starting to get mined out. But this match is just looking like it's going to come down to muta micro and who's got more and who's getting the upgrades faster.
It looks like they're going to meet in the middle right here. It's going to be a large battle.
Meth has +1 armor on his Mutalisk, where Light has no fire carapace level 1 or attack level 1. So that level 1 armor is going to probably save them in the end if they get into a big skirmish right now. +1 armor means those Mutalisks are going to do less damage every time to us. And it looks like he does have +2 upgrading right now. So Meth is just looking like he's moving into straight macro mode now. He's just going to overwhelm. Whereas Light is just sitting at a spore colony where Meth has all his Mutalisks down here at the bottom of the map, and it looks like he's going to try and draw the forces of Light. Both players though, oh, and Light throws up another expansion. So both players are going to be off 3 bases. Meth already has his expansion up.
Now Meth has a huge advantage. He has his second expansion up. He has an extra hatchery in his main base, and he has a second hatchery in his natural expansion coming up. Whereas Light only has 1 hatchery in his main base and 1 hatchery at his expansion, with the second coming that was already been seen by Meth. So in terms of macro, Light's just being outdone.
Yeah, 5 hatch versus 3 hatch is what it's going to be in the end, right? Is what it's going to be after after the one that Meth has morphing in, or his expansion morphs in. And here we see it looks like a end-all attack coming in, but looks like it's going to be scouted by Meth. Zergling's coming in. We're going to see one hell of a muta battle here in a second, I think. Meth just hunting down the Zerglings and snap past his defenses. Zerglings are just more of an annoyance, I find.
Meth can actually have a lot more Zerglings right now. He has 1,400 minerals.
Compared to where Light would be able to make more Mutalisks because he has almost 1,000 gas. Neither player switched to Hive Tech either. So it looks like it's just going to be an end-all lair. Well, it looks like, I think Meth looks like he's getting ready for the killing blow. Moving all his, oh, he's definitely getting ready for an attack. Moving all his Mutalisks to the center.
I'd say if Meth ran into to Light's main base and took out his Spire, that would be GG automatically.
Yeah, if he couldn't rebuild anything to defend the air, he'd just be destroyed, because neither player has a Hydralisk down.
Here's a major battle. You can't really see what's going on.
Just bravely flying over it. Looks like Meth is on the better hand of it. Yeah, Meth is definitely on the right over there. Look, you can tell just by the moon map.
GG.
GG called by Meth.
Light says.
Oh, GG on that. This is GG.
I'd have to agree though, yeah, it is GG.
Now Bar's just down. He's got 3 meters to defend. Meth just being cocky, like just saying when the game's going, controlling this game start to end. That's what Meth did, ladies and gentlemen. Here he's just destroying that expansion. And Bad.Light leaves the game without GG.